Is it weird to think that I really want a Clone Wars TV series? Not animated, like a live action TV series? Why not? Disney Plus, you got the room. Hello everyone, Jeremy here. Today I am about to take a look at Rex Remembers Anakin and the Clone Wars by Rex. I've watched one of, I believe it's the same Rex, that I've seen another one of these tributes from him. So I would really like to see what he's got up his sleeve this time, as a person who is a massive Clone Wars fan, because it holds, it holds such a special place for me. Clone Wars really turned me around on the prequels. I didn't hate the prequels by any means, but they were missing certain things for me, and it never quite gelled. But once the Clone Wars came out, it made the prequel era, well, one of my favorite eras in Star Wars now, as well as it made this story of the Clone Wars, of Anakin and the prequels. It made it all so cohesive and so much bigger, just massive in scale, and it just made me fall in love with it. So if this is what I think it's going to be with Rex, I'm gonna love it, but it may hurt.
The war left its scars on all of us.
The music.
A great Jedi once told me that the best leaders lead by example. There are many ways to find victory.
This music is getting to me.
War was never dull. The general I fought with was among the greatest of the Jedi. I trusted him with a life more times than I can count. Tried my best to keep that trust.
I love that friendship.
The Jedi General I served combined the Force with his wits, and it made him a great warrior.
That scene. Yeah, Anakin and Rex's relationship, it's one of my favorites from the Clone Wars, and it really isn't explored that much. Because while Obi-Wan was like his, obviously Obi-Wan was basically his big brother or father figure, more, I think, big brother, but Rex was probably the closest thing he had to a best friend. And it showed in the way, especially in the final season, where you got to see Rex was keeping one of Anakin's biggest secrets, and that was Padme. And he was doing it pretty much gladly. I mean, he was being very Rex about it, but you could tell he had no problem keeping the secret, other than he didn't want to lie to Obi-Wan. I wish we had gotten to see a little bit more of that. And I always wanted one of those episodes where you just truly saw them bonded together as friends and warriors. Because the warriors, I feel like we always saw. It's the friends part I feel like we didn't get to see too often. And that's why I point out that Padme scene, because that was a true friendship sort of a situation, as well as warriors. But yeah, as soon as I realized it was going to be Rex describing Anakin in the Clone Wars, I knew what we were in for, because when he describes it in Rebels, it is such a powerful scene to me, because Rex has such a fondness for Anakin and his brothers that I think it's D. Bradley Baker that voices Rex in the clones, and the power, the reverence in his voice, it gets to me every time I've seen that scene. And watching it here with that music, oh good lord, that music was ready to end me as soon as it started playing. That is just one of the best iterations of the Star Wars theme, because it's just so powerful and haunting. And to put that over something I already find powerful with Rex and his description of Anakin in the Clone Wars, ooh, right here, I could talk for hours on the Clone Wars and those characters and how much I love them and how much they mean to the saga. Because frankly, like I said, for me, and I know there are other people out there like that, maybe you're one of them, without the Clone Wars, I don't feel like the prequels work. They do to a degree, but not nearly as well as they do once you factor in the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars, to me, just cement that entire saga. That trilogy doesn't hold up nearly as well without it for me. And don't get me wrong, still enjoy them. If I'm watching the entire saga of Star Wars, I'm watching 1, 2, Clone Wars, probably a best of depending on timing, and 3, then 4, 5, 6. That's the order now for me. I have to do it that way. But I think you get one of my point. It's required viewing for me now. It just is, because it's one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars content. If I got to just pick my top 3 pieces of Star Wars content, yeah, I think Clone Wars would be top 3. Because for me, it'd probably go Empire, Return of the Jedi, Clone Wars. Probably. Subject to change. What do you think? Are you like me and this helped you kind of smooth out some of the rough edges of the prequels? Maybe you already loved the prequels and the Clone Wars is just icing on the cake for you. Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your interpretation, your take on all of this. Also, always leave your suggestions below. I love getting them for more tribute videos or other types of videos. I don't always have to be tributes, just any type of video you'd like to see me react to, go ahead and leave those below. And as always, please hit like and subscribe to help out the channel. It helps out me immensely here at this channel. We are a small little community, but we are growing, and I love talking to all of you. And by hitting subscribe and like, it just makes sure I get to talk to more of you. And that's all I really want to do. All right, before I go, please take care of yourselves, and please take care of each other. Thank you for watching.